Whoa, we're on the wrong camera. Look, Petra's there and everything. What a great way to start the show. Hello and welcome. It's Equidance Live, but we're not talking about Equidance so much tonight because we're at a very special venue, which is really close to our hearts tonight. We're at HorseWorld charity, or HorseWorld Trust, is it? In Bristol, just on the outskirts of Bristol. Literally on the edge of the city, 100 acres of countryside. It's quite sublime. You just get to the end of this road and it's a totally different environment. It's quite something else. Anyway, why are we here? Well, Equidance Live is more than just freestyle. We are going through all sorts of areas of equestrianism, and it's really important for us to give a little back. As you'll know, with us, we always like to give a little back. This is our chosen charity, so we're really excited to be here today and to be sharing with you what they do with their work and all sorts of things. You're going to meet 3 people here tonight. We've got Petra and Amy and Meg all going to interview. There's some stories of some of the rehoming. There's some horses that need rehoming. We're going to talk about the adoption programme. There's all sorts. But what we need you to do, you people who are watching already now, I've got a first prize for you. I need you to share this link with everything you can. Now, there's a reason for this. If you share this link, I'm going to go through at the end. Well, in fact, Mrs. Equidance is going to go through at the end. And the person who shared the most that she's found out will win one of our Equiblast wrist speakers worth 39 quid. So I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes while I waffle on now to get on your Facebook and share it absolutely everywhere. Share it with friends, share it on groups, share it in your local TAC group, whatever. But share this video because it's really important that people see this, not for Equidance tonight, because HorseWorld really needs your help, and this is why we're doing it. So get sharing, get sharing, get sharing. You can share while you're watching, it's fine, but get sharing. So, once you've shared, I'll tell you more about what else we're doing tonight. We've got a raffle on, of course, because we want to raise some money. And you can join the raffle. Raffle tickets are £5 each, and I'll tell you why in a minute, because the prizes are amazing. But you can join the raffle, but there's all sorts of other things you can do. Just a little bit of housekeeping from Equidance's point of view. We are at the British Riding Club Music Championships at Bury Farm next weekend. Woo! We're really excited about that. They know how to party. They know how to do their freestyles. So we're really looking forward to meeting some old friends and new there. We've got 40 goodie bags to give out at BRC. So if you come and find the Equidance bus and our set like this, and come and see us in a very socially distanced way, we've got 40 goodie bags to give away. And in those goodie bags, there's sweets, there's vouchers, there's all sorts. You can't, well, honestly, it's just great. Just come and have some fun with us. Share a gin or something like that. Anyway, we'll be there all weekend. So that'll be good. Right, without further ado, let's talk about the raffle tonight. We want to make some money. We're not here just for our health. We're not here just to smile and have fun and have a conversation. We want to make some money. There's 44 of you watching already on the Equidance page, so there's no excuse not to make a whole heap of money tonight. Right, prizes. We've got an Equidance music arrangement up to £130 on the table tonight to one lucky winner. It's going to be drawn at 12 noon on Monday. So even if you don't buy the tickets tonight, it's still going to be shared and it'll be drawn on Monday. More than that, there is an adoption package for one of the horses here at HorseWorld. So you can be involved in the upkeep of your own little horse here. Hang on, let me get the prizes up. You love it like this, like me trying to do everything. We have a day out at Newton Stud in Devon for 4 people. Day out at the most beautiful place. We love horse welfare and horse care, and you can't get better than here at HorseWorld or down there at Newton Stud. Different ends of the spectrum, but still all about the horses. They really look after you down at Newton Stud. You'll get a cream tea, I'm sure. Is that right, Lorna? Are you sure that's right? Yeah. And they'll look after you and show you around. You can see some foals and some colts. It's the most amazing experience. What a great day out. Also, if you want a freestyle floor plan, Steph Erdley, our floor plan designer, Grand Prix rider, international trainer, she's offering a floor plan that's worth up to £40. That's one of the prizes. We've got a bottle of Fairfield Gold hoof oil that our friend Zara makes, and that's going as well. Amazing. And also, wonderfully, from Half Halt Equestrian, the very fashionable clothing company, they're offering 2 pairs of riding socks and a £20 voucher. So we've got a music arrangement worth up to £130, adoption package, day out at Newton Stud, hoof oil, or 2 pairs of Half Halt riding socks and a £20 voucher. So get buying. All you need to do is go to www.horseworld.org.uk/Equidance. That's www.horseworld.co.uk/Equidance. And there is the raffle page. You can buy up to 4 tickets because of gambling laws, so buy 4 tickets. And then good luck. Right, so we've got lots of things to show you tonight. First of all, before we go to our first interviewee, I also want to show you this donation screen that we've got, because you can text to donate tonight. If you want to donate £3 to HorseWorld, you can text to 70085 and you'll do a simple £3 donation now. That's superb. If you don't want to receive information about HorseWorld, you can also text to HorseWorld info. The details are on the screen there. So every opportunity tonight to help us out. Wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to play you a little video now. Oh, I wasn't going to show you that screen yet. It's all going wrong already. I'm going to play you a little video because there are loads of horses here who actually need rehoming. So they come here, they're rehabilitated and worked with, and then when they're ready to be rehomed, the team here are looking for people to take them on. The first boy we have tonight is a lovely little thing called Blackjack. And here's a little video, if I can find it. Let's find the video about Blackjack. Let's find the video. Here we go. There he is.
Here by the gorgeous Blackjack. So Blackjack came to us back in October of 2019 along with 3 other boys, and they were all quite in a bit of a poor state. They were quite underweight and were pretty much feral. They obviously hadn't had a lot of handling previous to coming to us, but thanks to our wonderful team here at HorseWorld, they've done absolute wonders with him, and he's just come on leaps and bounds since he's been with us. He's only 3 years old, so he's still quite a cheeky, young, playful chap. So what we're looking for ideally is for him to go on a home with some other boys roughly similar age to him, so you can have lots of fun playing in the field with them and doing what young boys do. But he's such a handsome, lovely little boy that he's just going to absolutely thrive on a home with a bit of one-to-one attention. So if you're interested in this handsome, lovely chap, please visit our website where you'll find his advert under our rehoming section, where you can fill out an application form online and hopefully give him the loving home that he deserves.
Look at his little fringe. What a gorgeous little thing. If you're interested in rehoming Blackjack, then you can get in touch with these guys here and you can put in the application form online. Hey, listen, I know I keep harping on. Don't forget about the raffle. We've got amazing prizes. All you've got to do is go to www.horseworld.org.uk/Equidance and you can buy your tickets. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Right, we've got our first interviewee here. We are very pleased tonight to have, well, a salubrious guest, someone that we weren't expecting to have here, but someone you might all know, in fact. She used to work as chief exec at Brook, and now she's here at HorseWorld. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Petra.
Love it, love it.
I got applause and everything. I think you deserve applause.
Oh, thank you very much, Tony, and welcome to HorseWorld. It's delighted that you're here.
I love it here. This is literally a holiday for me.
Well, it's a bit of a holiday for me, actually, every day of the week. So very lucky to be chief exec here at HorseWorld.
Well, yes, but you haven't always been here, have you? I mean, literally, as I was saying, you were at Brook, and that's what you're known for, being at Brook. So tell me, why about the move from? Well, first of all, tell us about your time at Brook. How long were you there?
So I was at Brook for just over 11 years, so big part of my life, and it's an amazing charity, working internationally, looking after horses, donkeys and mules that are part of the lives of people living in poverty. And over those 11 years we transformed the work of the charity to really try and make lasting change to the lives of the animals. But 11 years is a long time, and we did loads of stuff, myself and my team, and I thought it was time for a change. And so moving into Somerset and coming to HorseWorld, it was just fantastic that the opportunity came up at the right time for me. My husband retires in October, so we're upping sticks, moving house, moving horses, and hopefully be here for a few years to come.
What a fantastic thing for HorseWorld. I mean, Brook did so well. Who doesn't know about Brook, you know?
Yeah, no, we've really increased our profile over the 11 years, and hopefully we can do the same for HorseWorld as well.
Equidance viewers may have seen like Charlotte and Alice Oppenheimer accompanying you to India, I think, with Brook. Is that right?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, amazing, amazing. I mean, Charlotte's been my hero since I saw her at the 2012 Olympics.
Oh, you went, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Watching the music, the freestyle music. Tremendous.
Wasn't us.
But, you know, watching her pirouette to the bells of Big Ben will stay in my mind for many years to come. But Charlotte's a global ambassador for Brook, and so, you know, in her role helping promote the charity, I was able to accompany her to India to see Brook's work with Alice as well, who's also a great supporter of Brook. And you know, she's a pretty feisty lady, I have to say. You can see why she's so successful in what she does. We went out to one of the equine fairs where over 5,000 horses and donkeys are traded over several days.
Wow.
Like a massive dealer's yard, really. And you know, Brook works really hard to build the capacity of local people to look after the animals while they're there, make sure they're vaccinated and they've got the right food and water. And there was one horse that was being trained to, should we say, lift its legs rather high, and using a whip. And Charlotte saw this happening, you know, sort of 50 yards away from where we were, and that was it. She wasn't going to have anything. She marched over there full pace. She got hold of the guy's whip, and she said to him, "You don't need to do that to make your horse dance." And he looked at her as if to say, "What are you telling me?" And she says, "I make my horses dance, but I don't use a whip like that on its legs." And then the next thing she did, she got her phone out and she showed him a picture of her on Valegro, and she said, "Look, that's me." And his face was a picture. He looked at that like this, looked at her, and he just couldn't believe it. And she said, "Now, no, don't do that anymore," to him, and gave him his stick back, and he walked off with his horse very sheepishly.
I bet
It was an amazing moment, and
fair
really
play to
loved.
you. Charlotte, fair play to you. We like that.
She's a fantastic, fantastic lady and a great ambassador for Brook.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Well, let's hope we get some good ambassadors as well for HorseWorld.
Oh yeah, Charlotte, if you're looking and you want, I shouldn't say that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Or Carl, you know, just nudge
Yeah,
him a bit,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Great, great.
It's obvious that you're passionate about all things equine. So tell me, you must have some horses of your own, right?
I do. We've got 4 horses and 2 miniature Shetlands at home.
What flavour?
My horses are Haflingers, so very involved in the Haflinger Society. I'm patron of the Haflinger Society. They're just the most gorgeous horses. You know, you go into the yard and you've got 4 beautiful Palomino faces looking over the stable doors with their lovely blonde manes, and
Wow.
they're just they're my life outside of work. Absolutely.
But you might be giving the occasional wince, because I hear that you and one of your horses parted company a little while ago.
Tony, you weren't going to mention that. You weren't going to mention that.
Ribs?
Yeah, I'm in week 3, so I was hoping that the fracture would have healed by now, but it's not getting better as quickly as I would have hoped. But I've got a lovely, beautiful 6-year-old called Fantasy, and we're working with my trainer, trying to get her to go forward down the long side. And she's quite sharp, and she's beginning to get it. And we did a bit of a circle, and then suddenly she sped off, and I was still kind of going around the circle, and I ended up on the floor. But these things happen with horses, you know.
I know. I remember one time I was. Before I started Equidance, I was lecturing in a degree course in music production.
Okay.
And Kelly was training thoroughbreds straight off the yard, like rubbish racers. Rehome them, find a new job, and do all that. At one point, we had 7.
Wow, goodness.
Yeah, so it was a lot of work. But I remember one of our best friends phoning me up, and I was in a lecture, and I saw the phone ringing, and I thought, okay, sorry, folks, just answer that. I don't want you to panic. But Kelly's on a bodyboard with the ambulance taking her down to hospital. Like she'd been bucked off and landed across the fence.
Oh no!
So it's like, I was always worried about that.
Yeah.
So,
well, I did have my back protector and my hat on, so it could have been a lot worse. But fortunately, I landed between the horse and the fence, so it wasn't that bad really.
Yeah, you're all mad. This is why I don't ride. You're all mad.
I can't wait to get back on her. I tell you.
Yeah, I know what it's like. Anyway, listen. Here at HorseWorld now, you've joined at a really challenging time with COVID, and obviously you've lost a lot of revenue here from not having open days and not being able to bring people around. What's your how have you coped with it over the last few months, and what's your plan now? Things are kind of restricting a little bit more.
Well, it has been a challenging time, Tony. You're absolutely right, and of course we've got about 100 horses in the fields that need looking after. 20 of those work in our discovery programme with the young people. And when we had the first lockdown in March, everything stopped. The staff went on to reduced hours so that we had bubbles of staff working. And so if we did get the infection, we could still keep the horses looked after. And we stopped all of our rescues. Since the summer, we've been able to start those up again. And but now with the latest restrictions, I think that the challenge continues, but we still have to look after the horses, and we've got winter ahead of us, so that's a worry.
It's a tough time, isn't it?
And the discovery programme, which supports young people struggling with education, is even more needed now than ever. So our discovery facilitators stand alongside the teachers as key workers and help those children that are struggling under normal circumstances, and we found since they've been back in September that COVID is affecting them as well. So our work is so important, and we really appreciate what you're doing to help us raise awareness of the charity and the raffle and the text to donate. And anybody wants to make a donation, then please do. If you want to gift aid it, that helps us even more, because these are really tough times, and our work is vital, and it's going to carry on being really important over the next few months while we're all struggling with COVID.
We're going to shamelessly plug that all evening throughout this, because we've got text to donate, we've got an adoption page that will show you there's so many opportunities to help out, and you can just choose the path that you want to help out with. But it's really important, if you love horses and it's your thing, then it's places like this that you can really support. So please do.
Yeah. Can I just say as well, if somebody can't give financially, and obviously that would be great for us to have support that way, but just by telling your friends about what we do, by sharing, maybe you'll win one of those special watches.
Share, absolutely.
But promoting what HorseWorld do is really important to us as well, because we've got a fabulous team here, really committed staff. The horses, when you see them go through the rehabilitation program, from being feral and untouched to actually working with the young people in the discovery, it's just amazing. And if you can tell other people about that, then that really helps us as well. So whatever you can do, we really appreciate that, and thank you.
Well, listen, one last question. Looking to the future, what exciting things are planned with HorseWorld?
Well, it's early days for me, so I'm just getting started, but we've got some really exciting stuff on social media over the next couple of months, so make sure you like our page and you'll be able to follow us on what we do social media. We want to do more with the young people, and we want to do more with our rescued horses. I was actually out last week involved in a rescue of 5 ponies coming into HorseWorld, You know, 4 of them I don't think had ever been handled by humans before, and it's just, you know, so much to do. I'm sure over the winter we'll get more rescues as well. And the great thing is we keep you updated. So we do a lot of stories on social media, and maybe at Christmas we'll do something a bit special as well. And of course there's Halloween before Christmas, so there's lots of stuff to get involved with. And
spooky ponies.
We've got maybe we're great with competitions as well. We had a lovely competition in the summer to name one of our foals. We don't breed here, but sometimes the horses that we bring in through our rescues are pregnant, and we've got a number that have been born at HorseWorld. So Tiny Tim was the result of our Name the Foal competition.
Not Horsey McHorseface.
No, that didn't win through. But yeah, so lots of competitions as well to be involved with, and of course the adoptions, and
which
and
we're
if
going to
you
plug in
want
a second,
Want
actually.
to rehome, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about, and we've got another video now of a lovely little mare called Davina, which we're going to show. But first of all, Petra, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.
The pleasure's ours. Thanks for coming to HorseWorld and promoting what we do.
Oh, pleasure is mine. I know you've got quite a drive home, so thanks for waiting until the evening to do the interview as well. She's absolutely fabulous. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little round of applause there, if I can find it, for Petra.
Feel very special now, Tony. Thank you.
You are very special indeed. That is superb. What an amazing start to the show. I've got another little video, but also, first of all, we're going to show you again. You can text to give. Here's the details. Text HorseWorld to 70085. That's HorseWorld to 70085, and that's an automatic quick donation of £3. So do that anyway. It's only £3, and you're not going to the pub tonight because here, so it's only a pint. So just do that. What else have we got here? We've got the adoption pages. You can actually adopt, not as in rehome, but adopt. And if you go to the website at horseworld.org.uk, you can have a look at all these wonderful creatures that really need your help. And the adoption packages start 20 odd quid, isn't it? We have got a little video to show you now of a little horse called Davina, another rehome. And these are for actually people who can go that extra mile and rehome a horse for them. So I'm going to show you the video now. I've just got to find it. Choose file. You see, it's me doing everything here, look. And let's open that one.
Hiya, my name's Kaylee, and this is Davina. And Davina is one of our long-term residents, and she is desperately looking for a new home. Davina's 19 years old now, so she's in her prime, and she came in to us in 2013. She has been out on a few loan homes and has had to return through no fault of her own. So we are looking for a very unique home for her. She suffers from laminitis, and therefore needs to live on a grass-free track during the summer months. So this is where she lives now. As you can see behind me is a track that runs around the outside of the entire field, and her little friends over there, little Shetlands, also need to live on a grass-free track, and there are a few bits of grass and weeds coming through the middle, but this is what really works for her, and keeps her fit and well. She's a really sweet mare. She knows her own mind. She's a classic ask her nicely, but she is a real sweetheart. She loves attention, and she's brilliant to have her feet done. She's brilliant for grooming, and you know, especially if she's got something in front of her that she can eat, she'll stand there all day. And she's brilliant with the other horses. She is a bit of a top dog mare. She likes to put everyone in her place, but on the whole she's a real quiet, sweet mare, and really does deserve that forever home.
So there we go, there's the lovely little Davina. Now, folks, we accidentally lost our broadcast, so it's really important that you share this again. So share. Take the link, share it in groups, share it with friends, because although we've got quite a few people watching, we need as many people to know about this as possible. And again, if you keep sharing, I'll chuck another Equiblast in there. So the people who share this video as well can also have the opportunity of winning one of our £40 wrist speakers from Equidance. It'll be there for you, don't worry, so get sharing. And while you're sharing, I'm also going to show you, again, we've got text HorseWorld to 70085. That's HorseWorld to 70085 to donate £3. Really easy and quick to do, so I expect you all to do that. In fact, I would do it now if I wasn't using my camera for a phone, but I know Mrs. Equidance is at home and she's going to do it for me now. Isn't that right, baby? Yeah? And then also go and have a look at the adoption pages. This is not actually having a physical horse to adopt, but these are annual packages where you can go on the website to www.horseworld.org.uk, is that right? And you can look at the adoption pages, and for literally 20-30 quid a year, you get a cuddly toy of the horse, updates and everything. So it's a really super thing to do. Apart from that, tonight we have got the most amazing raffle running. For those who don't already know about it, there are some amazing prices. Top prize, Equidance, we're giving away a freestyle music arrangement worth up to 130 quid. Then also there's an adoption package from HorseWorld here. There's a day out at the wonderful Newton Stud down in Devon for 4 people. And that, they really look after you. I'm sure they'll give you a cream tea and show you around and everything. There's a hoof oil from Fairfield Gold, which is available as well, which we'll post out to you. And Half Halt Equestrian have also donated 2 pairs of riding salts? Riding salts? Riding socks, even, and a £20 voucher. So no excuse, just go to www.horseworld.org.uk/Equidance. That link will be up later as well, and you can join that raffle until Monday at midday when it will be drawn, and you will be told on both social medias and probably emailed as well. So that's fantastic. Let's take us to our next guest here today, which is the lovely Amy. Hello, Amy.
Hi,
Glad your applause. So, Amy, you're the fundraising officer here at HorseWorld. Tell me a bit about the charity funds, how they fund the rescue work, and what you actually do.
Right, so we've got around 100 horses on site at any one time. Plus, obviously, there's a constant need for the to rescue more. So it costs around 1.2 million a year to keep the charity running. So obviously, that's quite a bit to raise.
Yeah.
So a lot of it comes from legacies, people leaving money in their will. So
how do people do that?
Well, if they're making a will and they want to include us in it, if they give us a call or give us an email, we can give them all the information they need for that. So that's a really great source of income for the charity and keeps us going longer term. But other than that, it's general donations, things like events, open days, and things that we do raise sort of general donations. And then at any one time, we've normally got an appeal running. So our one at the moment is Safe Spaces appeal, which you can see on our website. And so that's normally we've got sort of a target to raise for an appeal at any one time. And the other thing is the adoption scheme, which you mentioned earlier, which is like a sponsorship of a horse. And that's a really great way for people to get involved, because you, as you say, you get a cuddly toy, you get a little personalised certificate telling you, and you get little updates telling you how your animal's getting on. Yeah. And a few other things in the pack as well. So that's a really fun way of supporting the charity as well.
So I guess when we don't have all these restrictions with distancing and stuff, do you do open days as well where people can go and meet horses? And
we do usually, yeah. We hold sort of 3 or 4 a year normally, which obviously this year that's taken a real hit. We haven't been able to hold any. So we did a virtual open day earlier in the year, which was the first one we did. So we're hoping to hold another couple of virtual events while these restrictions are in place.
Doing one now.
And then next year, hopefully, if it's all lifted enough, we'll be back open again for our open days, which we put up on our events page on the website.
That's really important, of course, to get that physical interaction. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, you just need to really help us out here, because it's those kind of donations online now that are going to keep things thriving, keep the horses healthy, keep the discovery program going, and everything like that.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's all still going on in the background. Horses still being rescued, and discovery program still going on. So yeah, it's all still going on, even though we can't bring people in to see it. So yeah, so events like this, we're really grateful to you for coming here and sort of raising some awareness of what we're doing.
It's fine, honestly, I absolutely love it. Listen, I see you've got quite a diverse range of and breeds of horses here, but one caught my eye earlier, especially with his ears. It's Mowgli the mule. Now tell me, how did he end up here? Give us the story of Mowgli. We'll show a little video of him in a bit.
Yeah, no, Mowgli he is unusual to look at. He's rather eye-catching. He's rather handsome. He came to us through a rescue back in 2013. He was still young at the time, but his owner had sort of accumulated horses. I think they're trying to sort of rescue them, but it kind of accumulated them. Ended up with around 40, which obviously was too much to look after.
Yeah.
So we got involved to help remove some of them, and along with a few other charities as well. So Mowgli came here with his mother, who's a pony called Sunny. But they were all completely unhandled, so
Right.
he was completely feral. So he spent some time growing up, finding his place in the herd, which is not as easy for a mule as it is for us. And he's settled in really well, and he's progressing really well now.
So before I ask you the last question, should we show the little video of him?
Yeah, let's show
I
it.
think we should. Let's find a little bit, because everyone needs to know he's just gorgeous. Now this video is quite interesting because this is you backing him, isn't it?
It's not. It's our trainers. So we've got
right.
Jodie and Kaylee, our trainers. So
right.
I was doing the filming at the time, but yeah, I'm not quite that brave to get on him. He was a good boy though.
Let's find the file because everyone can see how handsome he is. And what we've done is we kind of sped up the training process.
Yeah.
Showing all the key points. So let's hope people enjoy this. Let's have a look. Where is it? Mowgli. There it is. Here we go. the beautiful Mowgli.
He's lovely, isn't he?
He certainly is. He absolutely is. Now, what's the future for Mowgli then?
Well, so Mowgli is hopefully going to start taking part in our discovery courses, which is working with young people who are outside of mainstream schooling for one reason or another. So some of them have perhaps special educational needs, or for any reason that they don't learn well in a classroom environment. We use the rescued horses.
Oh, don't
with
steal
them.
all Meg's questions.
No. So he's just to explain what he's going into. But yeah, so hopefully he will do that. So so he's going to progress to that, but he's doing really well. He went to a Monty Roberts demo last year, and they started him, and then our trainers have continued with him. So you can see in the video he's totally chilled out about it.
Fabulous.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Well done. Just one more question for you. What's the best bit about working here, Amy?
The best bit? Oh, there's lots of best bits. I mean, it's having so many lovely rescued horses around for a start, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think seeing them go from, some of them come in on absolute death's door and you think they're never going to make it, and see them go right through the process and either go to a new home or go into discovery, there's nothing more rewarding than that, is it?
Fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Amy, if I can find my applause button. Thank you very much, Amy. Right, we have got to tell you again about what we've got on offer tonight, because if you share this video for the last part, I'm still looking to give away one of our Equidance wrist speakers. Share the video link in groups or whatever you can, and we will give away two now, because there's two videos, because we lost transmission for some reason. This video is going to be stitched together this evening before I go. I'll do that on the video editor in the lorry, and we will put it back up, and it will be shared again over the next few weeks by both HorseWorld and ourselves. But the raffle is only open till Monday, so really important. www.horseworld.org.uk/Equidance. That's EQUIDANCE. And get your raffle tickets now, because you could win one of our music arrangements worth up to £130. You could win an adoption package here at HorseWorld, a day out at Newton Stud in Devon, and you get really spoilt down there. Half Halt Equestrian are giving away 2 pairs of riding socks and a £20 voucher. And there's this wonderful Hoofoil Fairfield Gold that everyone's talking about. So get on it. Go and get your raffle tickets now. If you don't want to buy a raffle ticket right now, don't worry. You can simply give us £3 by texting, well, not us, your HorseWorld, £3 by texting HorseWorld to 70085. That's HorseWorld to 70085. Or you can pop along to their adoption page on their website and have a look at the horses. For 20, 30 quid, you can adopt a horse, and that's for a year, and you get a cuddly toy of the horse, and you get updates and everything. So it's a wonderful way to raise some extra money. So there you go. Right, I'm going to show you another video. We've got a horse. Who was it next? It's me with all my notes. You should see my notes, honestly. Who could understand that? Only me. Anyway, we've got the next video, which is is it a mare called Kia?
Yeah.
A lovely little mare called Kia. So I'm going to find the video for you, and you can check her out. And if you can have the heart or the space to look after one of these gorgeous creatures, then please get in touch with the folk here at HorseWorld, and they'll be more than happy to hear from you. Let's find Kia.
And I'm one of the trainers here at HorseWorld, and this is Kia. Kia is 8-year-old mare, and she's been with us at HorseWorld for the last 5 years, and she is one of the horses that we're looking to rehome. She is a non-ridden companion. She came in 5 years ago with a large group of horses, and it was a big effort with lots of other charities to rescue them all. And when she came in, she was completely feral, which means she was terrified of people. had very little to none handling at all, and unfortunately to get them out of the situation that they were in, it took a lot of herding and a lot of group effort to kind of get them all into a safe area to be able to load them to bring them here. So when she came to us, she was really unsure of people, and didn't want us anywhere near her at all. She wouldn't even take food from a bucket that someone was holding. And she came in with a foal at foot. She's got a little mare called Minnie, who's out on a lone home now, who's doing exceptionally well. But Kia took a lot of time to get her trust, and we've spent many hours with her, just gaining her trust, getting her used to wearing the head collar, getting her used to being touched all over. And now, as you can see, she's a completely different mare. She still has a bit of stranger danger if she doesn't know you, but as soon as she falls in love with you, she is the most rewarding horse you could ask for. But she also is a very good horse. She knows when to stay away, she knows when to get involved, and she keeps herself to herself, but still is very affectionate to other horses and does play occasionally. Showing you that she's a bit traffic proof. Oh, that was a bit scary, wasn't it, Kia? So yeah, she's on our website, which is www.horseworld.org.uk, and you can find her right up there with a picture of her. And if you do like the look of her, please get in contact with us, and we'll get you in to come and meet her, and hopefully we can find her a forever home that she deserves.
A lovely little Kia. Check out that fringe. What a beautiful little thing. So if you think that you can rehome a horse, then please get in touch with the folk here, and they can arrange a meeting, and you can do an application form online. All these ways are helping, really important. Now we've got one more interview this evening, and it's the lady who does PR and communications, and her name is Meg, and here she is. Hello Meg, how you doing?
Hello,
Get over your applause.
keep it going, keep it going.
All right.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm
it
very
didn't
well,
do it
thank
again.
you. It knows I only need it once. It's like she needs no more. I'm fine, slightly chilly, but the warmth of love that we are feeling from Equidance viewers is keeping us going.
It's freezing. I literally need a granny blanket over my knees. Babe, get the hot water bottle on when I come home. I'm going to need it.
The glamour of charity work.
I've got to pack up yet.
Yeah, you're on your own there, kid. We're going off.
I've got to drive home yet. Bloody hell, at least I'm not that far away, am I? So listen, what makes HorseWorld different from other rescue charities? Because you are different.
Oh, we are. We really are different, and it's hard to know where to start. And I think the word journey is overused these days. It's a bit naff.
Right.
But there's no better word to describe what happens to the horses that come here and the young people that we work with through Discovery. So when a horse arrives at HorseWorld, our amazing team gives them their very own specific program as to what they need. So most of them will come in, they're scared, they need time to know that humans can be trusted. They're exhausted, so they need time to rest. They're starving, they need their diet carefully managed to help build them
about
up.
The horses or the kids here?
Well, the horses,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so our team work with them, on those very specific needs of the horses.
Yeah.
And then we go on to rehabilitate and rehome wherever we can. But then we have the other side of our work, which is
Yeah.
where the bit that makes us really special, which is, as my lovely colleagues have alluded to, is our discovery programs, where we take some of the specially selected rescued horses and combine them with amazing young people who, for whatever reason, can't access mainstream education. Can be from all kinds of different reasons.
Yeah.
And they come to our discovery program, where we discovery facilitators kind of make the magic happen. And we call it magic, but it's simple but amazing. And you watch these young people transform
through learning basic equine management, really. They come in and they learn how to be around horses, so what kind of body language, what kind of temperament they need to have to work with the horses. They learn about grooming, tacking up.
Fantastic.
They learn about basic care, but through all that, of course, they're learning about self-confidence, they're learning resilience, they're learning communication.
Shall we watch the video?
Let's put it on.
Because people can
I
then
know
understand.
people will love it.
And then what we'll do is we'll unpack that a little bit and sort of like everyone have a context to what we're going to talk about after
Awesome.
that. So let's find the video for that. You see, look, I should have this all lined up really, shouldn't I? So unprofessional. Discovery, here we go. Enjoy this, ladies and gents.
Discovery started back in 2008, and we started off the programme by trying to deliver welfare training to the local community, because we noticed they had a lot of animals in the community, and run the courses here. And from that developed into a kind of educational programme. So we're now an alternative learning provision, and we provide equine assisted learning to those children that are not in or not suited to mainstream schooling or might struggle for social, emotional and mental health issues. So we work with them either as groups of young people that would come as a unit from a said school or provision, or we work with individual learners, and they will have highlighted issues on their referral form that we would work through with them whilst they're here, whether that's building confidence or building their self-esteem, or just being able to achieve a simple task and follow instructions. So a normal discovery session runs for 90 minutes a week. We run sessions in the morning or in the afternoon, and they would run for 6 consecutive weeks. And we build on a programme of learning, so each week they would start with understanding body language, building relationship with the animal, how to handle it. On the second week we would build on that, and they would develop their skills into grooming, which is about coordination and bonding and understanding. And then the third week we would build on that again, and we would learn how to tack up, which is problem solving. Week 4 we would develop into long reining, so each week they build and do the same thing and then get to the point where they're able to long rein a horse. Week 5 they would do a set of obstacles in the arena, so this would be communication skills, showing leadership, and problem solving. And then week 6 they would get to ride. So that is the basic 6 weeks of a discovery course that would run consecutively. Well, there are several challenges that we face working with young people, and I think the main thing is that the type of young people that we work with has changed quite significantly in recent years, where we are seeing a lot more children with lots more complex needs. And so therefore we've got a lot busier, and the pressure for us is being able to deliver as much as we can, and there's still such a need out there, and still so many people that we can't reach. So as a team it's managing our emotions whilst dealing with such emotional issues that these children possess. My hope for Discovery is for it to continue, and to continue to develop, to grow, so that we could work with more rescued horses and more vulnerable young people in the community, not just where we are in Whitchurch, but around the larger Bristol area, and develop what we see as such a success. We've worked with a certain young learner for a few years now. He's come with us through 7 different referrals, and I've seen a transformation in him from not being able to look at me when he first came, or speak to me, or communicate in any suitable manner, and I've seen the horses teach him a massive confidence. He's started communicating, he's got a sense of humour, he looks at you, he cares for the animals, he tells you when he's worried about them, and that's something that's so simplistic, but it was a skill that he didn't have before he came to us.
That's fantastic. Isn't it lovely?
It's genuinely, it still gives me goosebumps talking about the work with Discovery. It's so special, it really is.
So any kids that you've seen firsthand and you've seen the change, and how it's affected them, have you got any stories about that?
Yeah, it's really interesting because Discovery is such an important part of our work. When we join the team here, we normally go and join one of the Discovery courses so that we actually get to experience it, because like I say, it's nothing, you can't explain it until you've done it.
Sure.
And so I was part of one of the groups, and similar to what Sharon was saying, there was one little girl in particular, or a couple of kids actually. First of all, the children that we have often have really complex needs, and they have challenging behaviour. And one of the things that struck me was the beauty in which our facilitator managed the session without making it look like it was managed, so that each child got exactly what they needed in that session.
Amazing.
For the little lad who was freaking out because he'd never been here before, he just needed to know that it was a safe space.
Yeah.
That's all he needed to get out of that first session. Another lad who was finding it less challenging, he was happy to get in there and groom and do all that kind of thing. So first of all, it's that ability, like I said, to have a very distinct journey for each child, which matches the journeys for the horses that they're using a lot of the time. And there was one little girl who was part of the group, and she came and she was very withdrawn. Again, no eye contact. She would much rather hang back with the adult that was with her group rather than be part of it. But even by week 3, she was much more willing to be part of us within the group and not worrying about where the adults were.
Cool.
She was answering questions. When you said to her, "That was amazing, that you did really well," you just saw her grow a little bit taller. And it was, you just saw that little transformation. And anyone who has ever ridden a horse, connected with a horse, that feeling when a horse looks to you for confidence, or when a horse looks to you because they believe in you. Most of our young people may have never experienced that. And then you have this animal that's looking to you for confidence, or saying to you, "I think you can do that," or "We can do that together."
Yeah.
Or the first time the young person gets on and sees the world from between a horse's ears. We all know what that's like as horsey people. And you imagine that for a young person who's never had any of that affirmation or confidence in their life, and then there's this an animal giving it to them. It really is amazing.
I think it's fantastic. The discovery work you do is absolutely incredible, and I didn't know so much about it until today.
And the fact it's with the rescued horses as well.
Yeah.
It's this second chance for the horses as much as it's a kind of second chance for the young people as well.
On the case of the horses, you must have seen some pretty tragic stories here. Have you got anything you can share with us from the horses?
Yeah, it's a tough one, because we do, inevitably we see tough things, and it's really hard for anyone, as like your viewers, who are obviously responsible, loving, caring horse owners, to imagine that there are, sadly, people out there who we like to think through ignorance, or for other reasons, are not taking the best care. So one of our recent rescues was Sydney, which some people will have seen on our website. Sydney came to us beginning of June this year. A member of the public had luckily seen him in a field and thought there's something not quite right there. Alerted the authorities. I believe she alerted the RSPCA. RSPCA went out initially, and basically he's a big thoroughbred who had been left with a winter rug on and abandoned. Through all of the heat wave that we had, he was left with a rug, and I apologise to anyone having their tea right now, but the all around his withers had basically just rubbed into a huge open wound. And the infection from the wound, the pus had run down the sides of his shoulders, which had burnt all the skin away on his shoulders. So we can't be sure how long he'd been left like that, but you can imagine every step he took would have rubbed. Every time he put his head down to graze, every time he'd have lifted his head up to look, he was in absolute agony. And he is just such a beautiful thoroughbred.
So he made it.
He looks like he looks he looks like he was loved. At some point,
Right.
he was loved. He was cared for. We got him here. The wounds were horrific. He was having to have them drained twice a day. So saline solution in the top, letting it drain out the bottom, dressed, try and keep the air to it. But of course the flies over the summer. He was a really tough case. He's not out of the woods. And we got him beginning of June.
Right.
He has good days. He has bad days. And to be honest, right now we're still seeing how he's going to do. The team have given him the most amazing care. You know, he's just been the most delightful horse for them to look after. Never once has he turned to even lift a leg, or when they've been doing the most painful things to the lads. And it's like he's known that we've been trying to help him. And like I say, he's having good days, he's having bad days, but these are the kind of cases that we need to make sure that we are there for. You know, when we can step in, we can bring them here, we can give them the care that they need, and it's ongoing care. You know, he's still getting his daily treatments, he's still getting the most appropriate antibiotics we can give him, and you know, time will tell for Sydney. But there are others. There's another one that springs to mind, is a little black and white cob called Oliver, who was found in the middle of the night wandering around Cribbs Causeway.
Going shopping.
Well, apparently he got there a bit late.
Right.
He'd not got his bags for life. But he was, a member of the public reported him to the police. We believe he had been possibly belonging to some travellers. Whether he'd got out or been abandoned, we don't know. But he was there dodging traffic in the middle of a night in January. So he was brought here. We were able to take him in, and he was obviously not been cared for very well for quite a long time. His mane was matted, his coat was in a real condition, and he was still in tire. So, but sometimes you get the feeling they just know that you're trying to help them, you know. And he's another one that's been a real sweetie. So he's been with us. He's been gelded.
Yeah.
It's what we do. Try and explain that to me.
I'm running away.
Yeah. Everyone, boys just cross their legs slightly. But it's an important part of our welfare programme to stop the indiscriminate breeding that makes a lot of them arrive here in the first place. But you know, he's another little chap that is proving to be, once their personalities start to come through, and they get better and they get stronger, and they're all so different, and each one of them needs us.
So this is why we need the money, ladies and gents. Honestly, it's really important. The work they do here is phenomenal, and cases like that don't just pay for themselves. There's vets, there's specialist feeds.
Oh, we have amazing
care.
vets. We have to say we have an amazing team of vets, of farriers, of therapists. You know, so all our horses get exactly the care that they need, and our vets and our dentists are here, as you can imagine, on a regular basis, you know, twice a week for the whole afternoon at a time, with over 100 horses here, with all very diverse needs. You know, I don't have to tell any horse owners what vet bills are like. Times that by 100, and you know, and that's just the basic stuff. So
we've got a flyby going on.
We
here
have.
as well.
That's the flyby I ordered.
The jet, if you can hear it. There's a flyby. So we're coming near to the end of our show, but we just want to reiterate how people can get involved. And obviously there's the website. We've spoken about the adoption.
Yes, website www.horseworld.org.uk. Sign up for our newsletter. That's a great way of keeping in touch with us, get all the updates. If you sign up now, you'll hear hopefully about Sydney. In the next one, you'll hear about some of the rescues we've been doing recently. Find us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on the Twitter, at HorseWorld Trust on there. And as Petra said earlier, even if people can't donate the cash, which is wonderful, they can do so much for us by sharing our posts, by liking us, all of that kind of stuff. It really does make a difference.
It'll be up later in its full entirety. Share the video.
Text, do the bucket, shake the bucket.
Text HorseWorld to 70085. We've got the bucket, and we've also got a screen for that. Look.
Ooh.
Text HorseWorld. Hang on, I've got to press the right button here.
Oh, look at that!
Text HorseWorld to 70085 to donate £3. That's easy. Everyone can do that. It's a pint. It's really, really easy, and you can go along to the adoption page here, and if you want to adopt a horse, you don't actually physically adopt it. It's 20, 30 quid for a year, whatever. It's not much, but you get a cuddly toy, you get updates, you get everything, and maybe one day you even get to meet it.
We hope so. We hope there will be times ahead where we can invite our amazing supporters on site.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, we love being able to say thank you, and being able to do it in person. It's always better. But
Well, it's not easy. I'm just glad we've been able to help. So we've got one more horse to share. We've got another rescue, a rehome, and I don't know. What's number 4? Who was that? then?
Twilight. Twilight. The voices in my head are telling me. Amy's telling me it's
We're
Twilight.
getting heckled, are we? So that's quite apt. It's
It-
not even twilight now.
Almost
it's
like you
actually
planned.
pitch
It's
black.
almost like you planned it.
If you can see here at the moment, folks, it's literally pitch black, and we've got to pack up in a minute. But let's share this video, and then we'll say goodbye after that. But thank you ever so much
Well, thank
for
you.
joining us, Meg. It's wonderful. Little round of applause for Meg, please, ladies and gentlemen. That's always good fun. We like doing that. Right, anyway, let's have a look at this video. I shall find it. It's the last one we're going to play tonight, and it is Twilight. Enjoy this.
So this is the lovely Twilight. Now Twilight came in to us back in 2017. She was rescued with a group of other miniature little spotty ponies just like her, and she was only a year old at the time. And when they came to HorseWorld, it was quite quickly apparent that they were all just a little bit poorly, bless them. And sort of all of the group had issues with their muscle and liver enzymes. But thanks to the work of our wonderful vets and grooms here at HorseWorld, they've received all the treatment that they need and now are all happy, healthy ponies. But it does mean that in the future she does need regular checkups just to make sure that all of her levels are normal and what they should be, and that she's still happy and healthy. So Twilight is 4 years old, and she is prone to weight loss because just the way that she was a bit poorly when she came in, unfortunately. So on her home she does need her grazing to be managed quite well. So through the summer she sort of needs semi-restricted grazing and can have access to longer grass through the winter months just to keep her weight up. We typically like to keep her around the 150 kilogram mark, as that seems to be a good weight for her and gives a good mark to keep a measurement of. So Twilight does have mild sweet itch, so we typically tend to keep her in a fly rug just to keep the flies off of her, but it's something that doesn't typically tend to bother her that much. We keep her in normal post and rail fence paddocks, and it never really causes her too much of a problem. And as you can see, she's quite a unique colour, bless her, and she has these sort of pinker areas around her eyes, so we typically tend to keep her in a UV mask just to keep the sun off of it and protect it from burning. But she is quite a clever pony and definitely knows how to get it off, is the issue. So we often find her with the mask on the floor rather than on her face, but she's so good to have it put back on that it doesn't cause us any problems. So she might be small, but she's definitely got a lot of personality and can occasionally pull grumpy faces towards her handler, but generally she means nothing by it. She typically thinks it's hard to get because she likes to pretend like she doesn't want the attention when in reality she really does. And she's great to do in all ways, picking her feet out, grooming, spraying, etc. So if you're interested in Twilight, please have a look at our website where she'll be available under the rehoming section, and you can complete an application form for her because she's going to thrive on a lovely home.
There we go, the lovely little twilight there. There are so many options here and so many ways that you can give. Ladies and gents, this is it for tonight. We're getting really cold. We've met some lovely people. We've met Petra, and we met Amy, and we met Meg, and it's been super to meet them all, and I can't wait to see them more and come back in the future. Just going to remind you of the little ways that you can help. Just little ways. First thing is, you can just give by texting 70085 HorseWorld, and that's to donate £3. That's a really simple way to help tonight, and I know people have been doing that, so thank you. You can go to the adoption pages at www.horseworld.org.uk, and also don't forget our raffle. It's your last chance, not your last chance, because you can do it till midday on Monday, and we'll be posting that loads. Again, go to www.horseworld.org.uk. I've said that, what, a million times tonight. I'm really pleased that we have. And you can /Equidance. And there's a raffle page, and we're giving away so much. It's quite incredible. So that'll be on social media. Follow both HorseWorld and ourselves on social media. And yes, just a couple of things about Equidance. Folks, we're at the British Riding Club Championships next week. We're super excited about that. I'm hoping that Mrs. Equidance will be with us too. Really hoping. So let's hope that all happens. And we've got goodie bags and all sorts. We'll be interviewing people and just having fun with some of the amazing riders from the British Riding Club. So congratulations everyone to getting there, and we look forward to seeing you at Bury Farm next weekend. And the other thing is, if you want to give freestyle a go, this is the only bit of plugging for Equidance we're going to do. If you want to give it a go, we've got a very special offer on, very limited. If you order in the next few days, there's a limited amount of £20 vouchers available. So if you're purchasing prelim, novice or elementary, you get £20 off at checkout. So check out our webpage, that's www.equidance.co.uk. Check it out and see what you can get. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been a really special show for me tonight, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you next weekend. I'm going to play the outro sequence again because I really enjoyed that, but see you again soon. Bye.